I'm Jimmy Scott, and this is a Scott tree farm. Back in the day, it used to be a cattle farm. I didn't have no trees on it. In coming 2000, I decided I'd go all out pine with it, and it was a major change. But at the same time, I have two sons, and at the time, I don't think they was interested in cattle, so I just put it in trees with something I didn't have to worry about. And I planted them in 2000, and he's been very good to me. I've did 3 thinnings already, and I'm trying to grow logs now. And in the meantime, I'm raising some cattle in here for my grandson. We doing that. Some call it alley farming, some call it silver farming, but that's what I always call it, alley farming. And what I'm gonna do, get between these pines and mow and let the grass grow. And these particular cattle been up here ever since September, and they done real well. And you can see, look like they in pretty good shape. Look like they had plenty to eat. And I'm going from there with it. Yeah, in 2000, when I planted 65,000 trees, I used machine plant. Machine plant, I started out with a machine that I got from the Howard Estate. It was a drag type machine, but it really would do a good job. And they told me I was planting them too shallow. Go down to Hudson and get that planter down there. So I did, and it was better planting, and it would plant deeper. But I like the harder planter the better, because at the end of the trench that it was making, for instance, it would come straight down, but it had a plow like at the bottom of it, spread out. And when you drop that tree in there, you don't jam the roots. You would, when it packed, it had an opening where the roots could take off. So they told me my trees I planted up there wouldn't live, but that was the key I had on them. They planter plant just straight down, and the tunnel of it don't be no more than that wide. But the old one, it was wide as your hand. And it sure would let them roots go ahead and grow. And on that planter in these rows, I put these rows 10 foot apart. And down the row, and the trees were 5 foot apart. That's the way I planted it. And they did pretty good. I had a guy on my planter, Larry Cobner, and I run the tractor, and we marked the pack wheel. Where every time he see paint, drop a tree. He had a bag of tree here, ceilings here, and a bag there. Just drop a plant. That's all he had to do. I didn't rush him. And he did a very good job of it. And the first year, it was very dry in 2000. And I went ahead and planted anyway. And I said, well, it'll rain one of these days, if the good Lord willing. So I had to come back and replant about, I'm gonna say maybe 20% of them. That's when they hand planted them. I had that done, because that hand planting is a job. You use your foot with that little shovel, and it's something. It is work, but if you know what you're doing, it's not so bad. Just like anything else, and. Okay. And when I say thinning, that means taking the trees out, if you're not familiar with that. And the reason for thinning, when they bunched up, you inviting the beetle bugs in, because they can very easily go from tree to tree. And so the Forest Service recommend taking that third row out. In fact, the bench, they'll pay you to take it out. So take that third row out of there. And after you take that third row out, you can come back as my second thinning and get your crooked trees, your undesirable trees. And on that third thinning, I didn't thin it enough on my second thinning, so it forced me to come back and do the third thinning. That's how that come about. But because I really wasn't intending to do it that next year, but I needed to because they were still too thick. And as you can see, some of them is pretty thick now, but they are just about where they need to be to grow logs. Ready. Now this tree here, it is getting there. But if you notice, it's pretty much out here by itself almost. See, it had no interference. It couldn't do nothing but grow. And just like that tree there, all of these around the edge here, they coming on out there. That tree there is it's somewhere almost 30 inches bottom. So you getting there. So I say another 4 or 5 years, I have some pretty good logs in here. And I'm gonna try to do that. And then the purpose of having them cattle in here during that silver forming, and that's just something that kind of tied you over. In place of just letting the land sit there, you can still have an income coming in. So I got that with the cattle, see. So that's the purpose of them in here. So I think that's gonna work okay. Okay, I put these cutouts in here to keep the water from running all the way down the hill. Didn't you just have a big ditch there? And 2013, I believe it was, I was awarded with the Stewardship Award because I had this place where you could drive all the way around it, and you could, which you still can now, it's just too wet, and had 5 lanes in here. See, all of these roads, I got little roads all over it, except this part here. It goes all the way back over to the county road, but it still can be burned in a section. And then 2019, we burned it. And that's when we killed a lot of this underbrush in here. And that was real good because it's pretty wet then, and we wet down in the bottom, the hill burned real good. But that was the purpose of burning it. And then there's also controlled bugs and what have you. So I've tried to maintain it to keep it up to par, and this is just some of the programs I did. See, like these honeysuckles here, they're all over the place. The birds plant them, and that's what that controlled burn will do. Once you burn it, you can mow it, come back out, but when you burn it, it seems to really do away with it. So I'll probably burn again another couple of years from now, according to how the weather be. Because when I burnt this, I had to burn it in April, and the reason why it was April, it rained so much, and it was just too wet to really burn then. But I was in that program with NRCS, and did okay to burning, so I got the professional burners in here to burn it. I didn't burn it myself. See, they recommend professional burners, guys that know what they're doing. So that left me out, but after looking at them, I can very easily burn it, because nothing to do but go around it with a disc and take it at a section at a time and burn it. See, that tree, it looked like lightning struck it. And once lightning go all the way down, it pretty much kill it. And see, it's been there for a while. The woodpeckers have made a home out of it. I ran the line this way so I could feed my planter. Otherwise, if I run from here to the road, I could do that, but I get to this point, I could get me some more ceilings if I need to. But in those roads short, and I come up to where I started off here, and the way I did that, I can't show you my straight line I made. What I did, I left one big tree down here and went straight to the other tree. That's where I had a straight line. And that sure did blow them planters' mind. They wonder how in the world you get the line so straight. I said, simple, that's all you have to do. Start on this tree here and get you a tree over yonder at the road and go right straight to it. And then build your others off of it. Yeah, I first started planting trees right here. I kind of dictate with the fence. They kind of curvy, but that's the way they're planted all the way over until down to that little old fence there. See, this part up here used to be where had a fence around it. That's where I weaned calves from, because I had, one while I had something like 20 mama cows up here, and I weaned the calves right there. Them that I want to keep. Now then, now, and you see, that's what that'll look like when I mow it. Let me get up a little further. See, when that's my dream, to get this whole place looking like that. See, that's my dream now. But I thought I was gonna have 2 or 3 of them in here for y'all to look at, but that's so soft out there, you can't go out there. See, that's another tree of the lightning probably here. Both of them, see. You can tell because the peel of bark going up, see. You see, just like it hit that little old tree right there. See, it's peel of bark going up. These pines in here, I planted them when I got through over to your left here. And they told me I was planting them too shallow. And every one of the trees I planted come up. On account of the way that the foot on that planter was made, I said. And they told me they gonna die. So what they did, said what we'll do, said we'll come in there and replant that for you. I said okay. So that's how come. And they didn't pay my roads no attention. They run their own roads, see, and that's how come. Well, that's pretty straight there, but that's how come you'll see some trees. They're not uniform in a row like they ought to be. Now that's what that go all the way to the back side over there, and it's pretty much like this in here. Yeah, you get a little thicker back up there. They were loblolly. See, I completely cleaned this. Now you see, that's what I was talking about. See how them trees look there? Some of them I put in there, and the Forest Service put some in there. And because they told me mine wasn't gonna live, and all of them live. Only because I put it deep enough with that deal had that plow on the bottom of it, where them roots would take off. That's what I believe. That's what I told them. That was the difference. They asked me, "What's the difference?" I told them what happened. That is the Scott tree form. I'm like to keep on working with it, get it in shape. I don't know what my boys' plans are, but I told them all these trees in here is mine. After I get them out, we can replant it or they do whatever they want it to.